Welcome to your new favorite band, the podcast brought to you by the LA Maybe. And now, your hosts, Dallas Dwight and Drizzle Silvera.
Yeah, dude, so just come a little closer. I just need to get that tooth out. Got it? All right, cool.
Did you guys hear that pop?
Anyways, it was pretty epic. What's up? Hey, thanks for joining us again. I'm Drizzle. I was just, doing my normal unlicensed dentisting stuff with Dallas.
Black market dentistry.
Yeah, sitting
Head on down to
across from
Black Market Dentistry. Just call it that in the name. Welcome back to your new favorite band. We are the LA Maybe. Part of it, at least. 40% of it.
Yeah, like 40,
It's 40%.
something like that.
It's 40%.
Yeah, it's 40.
Thought about it? Shit, he's right.
I'm like, fuck, man. Kid gets a break.
2/5.
Yeah.
Yep, we're back again. Another episode. I believe it's hot in here. 31, I think.
31, dude.
We had Fred here last week. That was an awesome episode. One of my favorites so far. I love them when they're long, personally. So I like the
Yeah,
long
you
episodes.
do. I mean, it's just like...
I just do the bump, and then you just slam the spike.
just fucking over the net, dude.
We're volleyball queens. Welcome back to Volleyball Queens with the LA Maybe, where we break down volleyballists and volleyball games.
And which teams they play for in
what-
both ways.
And what pants they're wearing. Volleyball pants are like legendary, dude.
Dude,
I
volleyball
guess
pants?
Volleyball shorts, I guess. Are called.
Dude, so my older half sister had some volleyball friends. And,
Uh-oh.
oh, man. I loved going to the volleyball tournaments, man.
Right.
Like 13 years old, just like...
Yeah. Just slack-jawed.
Slack-jawed AF, dude.
Yep. They're leaving with their sleeved-up pothead boyfriends that are like 5 years older.
Exactly, yeah.
Look at me guessing it 100% perfectly with no knowledge. Isn't that how it works? They all probably drove, convertibles or Mustangs or Camaros or whatever.
Yep, Camaros, dude. It was
They're sitting on the
Camaros,
hood of
yeah.
it like it's a fucking grease or something.
Yep, pretty
Hey,
much.
babe! They're like, more than a little bit domestic violence going on.
Yeah, I'm totally sorry I broke my phone earlier today when you called me a slut bitch, and I just threw it against my closet door, and then I punched a hole in it. It's always a broken phone. Dude, I broke another phone this week, and I punched a hole in the closet.
Yeah.
Right?
Whole closet door is just riddled with holes. Looks like it was hit by mortars.
You know exactly who we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about you, Trevor. Every one of them is named Trevor.
Trevor, yeah.
That's we apologize to all the Trevors out there. It's a formal apology. We're very sorry for what we did to you. We know we've caused you deep emotional harm. As soon as you take off that wife beater, get out of prison, we'll talk about it. Kidding, dude. Come on. If you actually get mad, you're a Trevor.
you're definitely being a Trevor, akin to Karen.
Trevor's the kind of guy who'll show up at our doorstep at 3 a.m. with a shotgun, so.
Yeah, but he better have more shotguns than me.
You showed up at the wrong house, bitch.
I was like, why'd you bring a shotgun to a fucking...
To a tank party.
Yeah.
We got tanks, bro. Can't wait for my M1 Panzer to show up. So stoked.
Traffic? No
Got it on
problem.
eBay, dude. I got it for a steal, dude. $1.5 million. I have no idea how much a tank costs. It's probably not that much.
I don't know. You have to maintain it too, though.
Mine was gifted to me. Okay, so we had a weekend of shows. The goofiness is over. Now we're getting for real seriousness.
Yeah, we're being for serious now.
It's time to get for serious.
Look in my eyes. Look in Dallas's eyes, too. Fucking serious, bro.
Cut the shit.
I've had it up to here. Like,
You could have it significantly higher. Your arm can go up.
and you're
quite a
probably
bit higher.
saying his eyes are brown. He's full of shit. No, I'm not full of shit. Fucking.
Is that like a first grade insult or something? I feel like it is.
No, I thought it was like a college, smart ass fucking insult, dude.
That's not that smart. We went to very different colleges.
I didn't go to college.
There you go. Just kidding.
That's how smart I am, bro.
I Bill Gates'd it. Wait, did he go or did he drop out or what?
I don't know.
I think he dropped out.
He was probably like,
I mean, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
My dad's got IBM money.
Yeah.
And-
I am, yeah, man. I think college is kind of a scam.
Yeah.
At the very least, it's grossly overpriced.
Yeah, and
At the very least.
unnecessary.
And at the worst, that's like best case. At worst case, it's just complete scam.
I think it's unnecessary unless you want to be an engineer or a doctor.
Right. Well, thank you for coming back to hear us talk about
Yeah.
complex issues like college.
Yeah. Anyways,
Two fucking
you want to know what?
guitar
You want to know
morons.
what? If you don't, college is where you go if you want to learn how to be told what to think. And then if you don't go to college, it's where you go if you want to learn how to think.
I went to college. I wasn't told to learn how to think. Didn't go to those classes.
No,
Go to any
yeah.
classes.
No, but you also, I would say your upbringing too with your dad and stuff like that, and like just kind of like forcing you to
Yeah. Well, I'm also definitely a
be a
contrarian.
go-getter.
So as soon as I feel everyone going one way, I go the other way just to be like, fuck this.
Dude, I'm the same way though. Yeah.
Anyone who knows me for any length of time realizes that pretty quick.
Yeah.
Especially even in like arguments. I'll argue the other side. I don't even believe it. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe in any side. I'm just like, he said that, I'm going to say this. I don't have strong beliefs on that. I don't care. Like whatever issue it is, you know?
You just try to be a Dallas advocate.
Yeah. You calling me the devil's son? You calling me the devil?
So what if I am?
So I went to the cathedral in Cologne, Germany.
That was aggressive.
And just moments ago on the phone, I learned from someone else who's been there that supposedly the remains of the 3 wise men are in that cathedral.
That's impossible.
And they are in the, it's Tom, Dick, and Jane, right?
No, I'm not dead yet.
You're not that wise, son.
I didn't go to college.
Then maybe you the most wise. Here's my question to you, though, believer.
wisest of
What college did they go to, huh? Answer me that. Some guy that like thinks he's questioning theocracy, but it's like he's really just a moron. Like, how wise could they be? They didn't even go to Stanford or nothing. It's like, yeah, you're dumb.
ISU, Israeli State University.
They probably never even heard of Oxford. It's like, all right, man.
Okay, yeah. So the 3 wise men.
Yeah, no, that was it.
impossible, but
There was no story. That was it. It's cool to think about, though. It's cool to see things that are that old, and you're like, whoa. Like if you ever go to the Vatican, it's nuts. Also, with that kind of stuff, with old religious stuff, which almost all old stuff is kind of religious in some way, it's
True.
It's like got this really creepy aspect to it that just gets under my skin. It's just like, ugh, it's
like how many
gross, dude.
people
Like-
died for that to happen?
like just thinking about like the horrors of just like daily life at living at that time, you know?
Just walking down the street and someone pouring their shit bucket on top of you, you know?
And like today we're like, it's so hard.
Yeah.
They don't let me say my feelings. And then it's like,
Fuck
well,
feelings, dude.
I wish we had time machines, man. Just transport you back just to get a little perspective. For all of us, we could all use that perspective.
Dude, for real though, yeah.
Except me,
But-
but everyone else.
But, I completely agree. I would be so good for, probably like 60% of our society.
Yeah.
Maybe 70.
But also it's good to just get out and see other things, which we've even done a lot together, going overseas and stuff. But
Yeah, we've been on a lot of dates
it
together,
really does.
so,
Yeah. We've seen Applebee's.
Yeah.
We've seen Olive Garden, Chili's,
Burger King.
Outback. Burger King
Taco
weren't dating
Bell.
yet. It doesn't count.
Taco Bell again.
That counts.
I know that Tom does, yeah.
No, but seeing other cultures and seeing other countries and seeing other things, being exposed to that, meeting the people, talking to them, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You learn a lot, and you get a lot of perspective on your own life. And you suddenly realize like how small you are. Like where you're like your whole life you grow up in America, you think this is all there is. Even if you know there's not, you still kind of think there is. Like some part of you is like, this is all it is, just my little drive to work, I drive home, I go to Publix. So like, you know what I mean? And then you meet people that are like, what's Publix? And you're like, oh shit. Like there's like other parts of this world that are different,
To which I usually say it's better than any grocery store you've ever been in.
Yeah, Publix is the shit. Also, though, it's not even all across America. Publix is just like Southeast,
Yeah.
I believe. They might be expanding.
They're based
but-
out of Florida.
Yeah, a really good grocery store, by the way.
And you don't have to have like a membership or like little cards or shit.
Only
for their
downside,
deals.
stupid expensive.
Yeah, but they have tons of deals all the time, so you can always. And here's the thing: it's most of the time it's not buy one get one free. It's like if it's buy one get one free, you don't have to buy that one.
You just get half off.
You just
Yeah.
get half off. So it's like, shit. I'm already So they have those deals all the time there. So if you want to go and actually like
Like Shop Smart.
shop smart,
I will say there is no more pleasant shopping experience than Publix. It's the best place to go.
And the free
I just go to
cookies.
hang out.
yeah,
The free what?
Free cookies?
I don't know about that. What is this?
What?
No. Did you steal these out of some old lady's pocket?
No, dude. No, not that. No, I stopped doing that. I gave that up. I gave that up, dude.
You gave up elder abuse?
Mostly. At least the stealing.
Pending litigation. It maybe says otherwise, but yeah, I don't do it.
I at least can say I don't steal their cookies anymore.
Now, did I push her down? Did her hip break in all places? Yes, but we're incriminating ourselves for things we did not do.
I know, right?
Cops are watching this like, he said he did it.
He said he did it. There was this thing that happened.
They're going to cut this part out, though. So you only see that, and they stop it in court. And I'm sitting here like, oh, that does look bad. You didn't play the last part.
Play the whole thing, dude. Context, bro. Context.
There's at least some of this in every episode.
Right.
Yeah, but Publix is great. Thank you for coming back we're brought to you by Publix. We were talking about, I don't even know at this point.
I don't know. We haven't given Liquid Death a shout out for a while, though.
The wise men. Well, they haven't given us water, so.
True. Yeah, so the wise men.
Trade.
Wise men, yeah.
Yeah, wise men. How wise were they? It's not at 11.
I don't know.
Not wise enough to
find a star.
Bring better gifts. Jesus Christ. Nice. Fun.
To find a star.
What's a baby going to do with myrrh? The fuck you doing?
I don't know. Maybe it has like special properties that like help
It's
upset
symbolic.
stomach.
Do better. Bring him a damn PlayStation 5. Dude.
Maybe like myrrh soothes like colicky babies, and Christ was like colicky and shit.
Yeah. Bring him some chicken breasts. Let's get Christ jacked, dude. Christ is just
some
crushing.
weight gain 4,000 protein powder.
Just crushing 225 on the bench. Just sitting there, just sweating with the towel, like just roiding up. He comes out like, I'm about to murder sin, dude. Sin doesn't stand no chance. Super small balls, though, so.
Also,
doesn't matter. He doesn't fuck.
I want a fried chicken breast after been marinated in pickles.
Ew.
Called Chick-fil-A.
Ugh.
That's how Chick-fil-A came around, too, you know?
Oh, Christ. From Christ was born Chick-fil-A. That makes sense. That's in there. It's on their cups, I think.
Yeah, and...
wow, we said cut the silliness, and we got 10 times more silly.
Yeah.
You're looking at two of the wise men right here, I think.
That's why it's impossible. I said, in all seriousness,
are right here
it's
in my
impossible.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah. No issues.
Yep, no problems yet.
No problems here.
Yeah.
Ooh, knocking on wood.
You say no problems. You better knock on goddamn wood.
Foz has a funny reaction, and you kind of do too, but Foz maybe equally or maybe more so. Anytime I say something like, I mean, I can't say too much here on the podcast, but anytime I say something like kind of anti-religion, you know what I'm talking about. Foz gets super uncomfortable. And so he came up to me and said something the other day, and I kind of turned it around on, I forget what it was, but I turned it around on him. I was like, yeah, man, that's crazy you would say that about God. Like, that's nuts, man. He started joking, like, he gets to heaven, and he's like, what's this? No, Dallas said, no, what's this, though? Dallas made me, like, he made me say it. Like, I, like, twisted it around to make it, like, it was so funny.
Yeah, dude.
I think we're in the van
going
to Stooges.
That's right, we were.
So that brings us to our weekend gig recap. Weekend gig recap. Well,
boo,
cue
boo,
the, yeah, I was going to say,
boo.
cue the little sting that we don't have. Down, 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 down. Weekend gigs. All right, anyway.
Recap.
We're stupid. It sounds like we're advertising the race on your shirt.
Hey.
What is that?
You don't say that.
Huey Knight benefit race.
You don't say that about Huey Knight, dude.
If that's Huey Knight's car, Huey Knight is very dead.
Dude. Huey Knight, not fucking racer, dude. Huey Knight saves the racers that crash.
He's driving the truck there?
Yeah, dude.
So we're celebrating a tow truck
Dude, you
driver.
gotta read the back though. You gotta read what the back
right, let's
says.
see. Your hair's in the way. Like a lot. Saturday night. Straighten it out. When you don't do it right, you'll meet Huey Knight. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
When you don't race right and you fucking crash, you meet Huey Knight.
Okay.
I found this shirt in the attic of this house when we bought it. And I was like...
That's actually kind of a cool story.
I was like, it's black.
It looks like it wants to be a joke, but it's just there's no punchline.
It's black and it looks cool.
It does look cool. I'll give you that.
It just looks cool. I like it, man.
It seems like something you would wear. That's so funny. You just found it here.
I don't got to spend money on it now.
What'd you do
and
with
I
all
found
that hair
another
you
one
found?
I found another one with the sleeves cut off. I was like,
2 of them.
All right, cool.
We found this podcast studio fully built and ready for us as well. That's pretty cool. think the owners before had a podcast.
That's pretty funny.
So we went to Stooges.
Yeah, Stooges.
That gig was awesome.
4 hours.
Super fun. Yeah, we played 4 hours. That's the first time we've ever played 4 hours. But you and I were sitting there talking about how much music, if we as a band played every song we know back to back to back to back to back, we estimated it'd be between 5 and 6 hours of music. I think that's right.
Yeah, right about.
Because we know between 40 and 50 variety songs.
Yeah.
We have right now 12 originals that we perform.
Yeah.
And then we have another 15 to 20 gun songs.
Yeah.
So call it 50, so 60, 70 songs.
Yeah, you do the math.
Nope. Can't do that math. I can only do 40%. Yeah, probably between 60 and 70 songs. If you equate that into sets, roughly 10 to 12 songs a set.
It's quite a lot. We got a lot of songs,
That's
man.
6 or 7 sets. That's maybe even more. That's maybe like 6, 7 hours of music.
You want to try it one day and just like see how long we go?
Sure, I'm down.
I don't.
Great rehearsal. Just jam, jam, jam. Go, go. The show went really well, though. 4 hours is the first time we've ever had to play that long. We usually do 3-hour shows when we do that kind of thing. We had to do variety. We played a bunch of stuff. And the gig went really well. We had a bunch of people there in our shirts and our merch coming up to us between sets asking us, when are you going to play some original music? Like, we really want to hear original music. That was cool. Because we don't get that a lot or as much in the States. So it's cool to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we had just a blast. Bigger stage than normal for those kind of places. And a full light rig with lasers and smoke. And it was fun, man. We had a good time.
Yeah, I had a blast. It was a good 4 hour. The 4 hours kind of flew.
Yeah, we still did 3 sets. We just made them a little bit longer, and we took normal breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So we worked harder, I think, than other bands that had been there. Because when we got there, they told us, most people do 3-hour sets, and then they would do like 30-minute breaks. And we were like, I don't really want to do 30-minute break.
Yeah,
because if you break that long, everybody leaves, and they don't stick around really. And we had some good flow and people like into what we were doing. So when you have that going, it sucks to take a break. You kind of need it a little bit to have the longevity for the night, but it does suck. You lose all momentum. So like if there's any way to not break, it's usually better.
Well, it was nice too because we had a long show the following night as well.
Yeah. So after Stooges, which was a relatively local show.
Yeah, Albemarle, like an hour away or so.
Yeah, it's still in the greater Charlotte area. So, then we played Amos's. Again, we played with LA Guns and Faster Pussycat about 10 days ago. By the time this comes out, it will have been a couple weeks ago. But we played there 10 days ago or so. We played again Saturday night, and that show went just swimmingly.
Oh, it was great. Yeah.
Packed the house, man.
Yeah, we packed it out.
And what we did is we did our Guns N' Roses tribute, which we call Anything Goes. And it's us. It's all 5 guys from the LA Maybe. One of these days, I'm not going to bump the mic, but the XLR sticks out so far that if I move at all, if I want to gesture, I just kind of just graze it. Anyway, yeah, we opened for ourselves. So the LA Maybe plays. We played about an hour, 50 minutes. And then Anything Goes played. So just same 5 guys. We come back out with a wig and a hat and all that shit. And we play some Guns N' Roses. And it was hot crowd, man. They were
it was wild. It was so loud, dude. They were louder than the PA.
And
in a lot of parts.
And the PA was ear splitting.
Yeah.
We should say that.
It was, yeah. It's an array in there. It's a proper array.
Yeah.
Not a massive one.
One thing I love about that room is they make that kick just explode. As soon as they turn it on, the whole room shakes, and you're like, yes, now we're rocking.
Now it's a show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they were loud for our stuff. I don't know. I had an ear in.
We had a lot of people there for our original music. Mm-hmm. I would say half or more were there for us.
Yeah.
And not the Guns. And then 40 to 50% were there for Guns, and maybe it didn't even know who we were. Well, they do now.
Oh, they do.
We blew their faces off, man.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of how far we've come as a band as far as not leaving anything behind. Like, we go out there and we give it everything we got every show for the most part. And especially those original shows when it really counts, I think.
Yeah. Variety shows we hold back a little bit
because it's kind of, it's like distasteful to be going as nuts as we go and like, a restaurant, basically.
Restaurant/bar.
It turns people off. We tried it once and we're not allowed back. So
it was too good. It was too good. Yeah.
That's a show. We might have told that story. The
Yeah.
one black spot on our entire record of shows, and we've played, I don't know, probably hundreds at this point.
Yeah.
And one black spot. So,
Just need a little bit of Folix and
did
scrub
we
it out,
tell
you
that
know?
story?
I feel like we probably did.
Probably shouldn't mention the name of the place.
Yeah. But they also shorted us too.
So they shorted us money, and then the guy called me up after and said, "Man, I really feel like you guys I don't think you really deserve the full cut, man, after what happened." And I was like, "Well, that's good because you didn't give us the full cut, so we're good."
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, you know, I'm not gonna ask you for the extra that you shorted us because there were problems, you know. Basically, we went on and did our thing. We did the original hard, heavy rock, long hair, head banging, the whole shebang. And it was our first like variety gig back. It should have been a variety gig. If we did a variety gig, we would have crushed and it would have killed, and we would have been back there in no time.
Yeah.
But we chose to do the
definitely.
original heavier thing because that's what we had available to us at the time, and that was a mistake. But yeah, it did not go over well. As you say, it went over like a rat sandwich. We pretty much emptied the room, and then the problem came in where we kind of started making jokes at the audience's expense, which we do from time to time.
Yeah.
And we talk about.
Well, I mean, and how
People
many
in the UK
birthdays?
really
There were
laughing.
like 2 or 3 birthdays in there too that
Dude,
weren't
I was
like.
just telling my friend a little bit ago that we sing a birthday every fucking show, at least one.
Oh yeah.
And we joked about Goliath and I now have the inside joke where we go, "Happy birthday."
I love what Goliath at Stooges was like.
We sang 2 at
Happy
Stooges.
birthday, Mr. President. And he said it all like.
Did the sexy, sultry one, and we do that whenever a big old, strong guy asks for his birthday. or something, you know? And they laughed too, man. We had a guy, I still remember his name. His name was Mitch. Shout out Mitch if you're listening. He was at the Hickory Tavern Providence show. We sang him happy birthday. And he came out to Stooges and pulled us aside and was like, "Hey, man, I was Hickory Tavern. Like, you guys are great." And I was like, it's interesting to me that we always thought we had what's the word? Hypothetized? Hypothesized? Hypothesized. That sounds right. It's definitely not hypothesized. Hypothesized.
Yeah, I'm a prophet.
I'm a prophet. I have a funny story about a de-esser to tell you in a minute. Remind me.
Okay. all right.
De-esser.
Yes,
De-esser,
de-esser.
oh sugar. Remind
Okay.
me.
All right.
And just thinking about it. I had hypothesized, and I think we all had, that if we go out and play variety music, we'll get stamped as a cover band, and it'll hurt our brand, and it won't be good.
We've also had people tell us that too,
Sure.
right?
And we had even entertained the idea of going out and doing our cover shows just for money and changing the name to anything, whatever the fuck. We have a band name list 200 names long. We could find one. And we thought about doing that. And the end result is the opposite, man. We're going
Always,
out there
yeah.
under our name, and we're making fans. We're barely playing original music at these shows. But what's happening is people are loving the vibe of what we're doing so much that they want to know more. And they see the big merch tent next to us, and it looks all professional with the lights and the hangers and all the shirts and options we have, and there's CDs right there. People think, oh, well, it's not a CD of cover music, so they go and they dig into us, and at least 5 to 10 people at each of these shows we've played have turned into fans of us, not fans of the cover band. And I think that comes from what we do live and how we act, and you know, there's always a little tongue-in-cheek, fun jokiness with us, and we're always kind of joking and stuff with each other and with the crowd, and like, you know, it's kind of anything goes at our shows, you know.
Yeah, anything does go.
As long as you have a sense of humor.
Yeah, if you don't have a sense of humor, it's not.
You're not going to like us very much at all. You're going to
Yeah.
think we're mean, or couldn't be further from the truth. And or what? I don't know, dumb or silly or
Terrifying.
Whatever. Yeah. One of the guys at the Stooges show, he's in a band, plays drums, I think it was drums. He said he plays in a bunch of bands that play Stooges. And he pulled me aside after and was like, "Yeah, man, I'm a musician. We play here all the time. I play in like 3 different bands. I'm usually the guy that stands in the back like this and watches these other bands, man. But you guys are next level." And he like started giving me all these specific compliments. And he was like, "You guys are like, you know, blah, blah, blah." I don't even remember at this point, but it was really nice words. And I was like, that's cool, because we're even turning the classic musician, cranky guy in the back. We're even making them be like, "I got nothing." Like you know what I mean? Like, these guys are good.
I like them.
That's the goal, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the goal. And I think part of that is, you know, we're good at what we do. It's our job. It's our job to be good at music. That's what we do. But we also have a silly, open, inviting, warm kind of vibe. Like, we're talking to people, joking with people, laughing. And in between sets, too, when we're off stage, we're even more so. Laughing, joking, smiling, shaking hands, doing all the right things. I think that's advice that we were given and we took to heart. And if anyone's listening that is thinking about starting a band or in their own band or whatever, that's the advice that I would pass on. This does not come from me. This comes from people with much more experience and wisdom than me. But they said you have to crush it on stage and you have to be the coolest, nicest guy off stage.
Yep.
And we took that to heart and we actively try to live those words. Because you can't suck on stage because nobody wants to be around that.
So
you can't be a dick off stage. That worked in the 80s. It does not work now, man.
No.
People don't want to be around you. It sucks.
So I have an 8-year-old student who his first concert ever was our show at Amos's. Mm-hmm. And he loves us so much that he like talks to his friends. He was at a summer camp, and I think it was like a summer camp. They're supposed to be doing all this stuff and like talking about all these cool things. And he was just like, "That's not the coolest thing, though. The LA Maybe's the coolest thing." And he's like, just like going off about our stuff.
I like when someone he was in line at the Amos's gig.
Yeah, yeah.
And someone was like, "You excited for Guns N' Roses?" And you said he was like, "No, LA Maybe."
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
That's badass, man.
Yeah.
Can we shout out his name, or is it privacy a concern?
Not his full name. Yeah, we can
first
say
name.
Chase.
Shout out Chase.
Shout out Chase.
Fight the good fight.
He won't.
brother.
He won't be watching these. He's
but
got
his
good parents.
His
He's got good
will.
parents.
He's got good parents. Yeah, he's definitely not watching us for long.
Like they were already like, his dad was coming. He's like, "Is it a show?" Like,
No.
and I'm like,
Just no.
not.
Just say
I'm
no.
like, not really. Like, he's like, "How much cussing?" I was like, "He really doesn't do that much for like our original stuff." And then that night,
For our original stuff, he still doesn't. It's the Axl stuff that he does.
Yeah. No, exactly.
He
That's what
only
I said.
ever
That's
addressed
what
the
I
audience
said.
as fuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
He addressed them like 15 times as fuckers.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a Guns thing.
So,
So.
anyways, no.
But also, like, I don't know how much an 8-year-old. I guess an 8-year-old probably knows, but.
Well, my son knows not to like. He knows what bad words are.
Right.
He'll smile and be like, "I just heard it, Dad."
Right. It's something.
But he does. But he knows he knows not to say
Every
it.
parent has to kind of.
I'm not like dropping F-bombs around him, cussing around him, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
he gets to see me as an example.
Yeah.
There when he grows up and he's like, "Dad, I found your podcast."
What the fuck? And you have no leg to stand on. You're just like, yeah, whatever.
It's about the brand, son. It's about the brand. I do it for the brand. No.
And then he shows you a clip, and you're like, look how young I looked. Before you and your sisters went through puberty.
Oh yeah, they go through puberty.
Now I'm
and
112.
just shrivel up.
I'm gonna watch you age from like, I don't know what you'll be, 40 something. I'll watch you go from 40 straight to 65 in like a year and a half.
I think honestly, a lot of times the opposite happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because kids force you to move, and movement forces you to stay younger.
puberty,
If you're just gonna,
They're not home, and you're trying to track them down.
yeah, move.
Fair.
I don't
in the
know.
woods with a sniper. Where the fuck?
Where the fuck is my daughter and her boyfriend?
Yes, exactly.
I know where he's going to be. Yeah.
But first, I have to find out where he is. You're in a ghillie suit crawling through the mud. Emmy! Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy to think about.
When we're
dude.
laughing about, what most people think is a joke.
Hey, how about the other night when your son was out here and he was saying goodnight, and he said goodnight to me and just totally ignored you?
I know, dude. I was like, Joe, what the hell, dude? You say goodnight night to me too?
He was so stoked.
Yeah.
It does make me feel good, though.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
nice that they like me. Right. And she comes out, gives me fist bumps and high fives.
Yeah, dude. She's like, and she's shy, dude. So for her to like,
Well, I'm around a fair amount.
yeah, that's true. And Joe does talk about you. So Riley,
I gave Joe a gift, so I'm always in his heart now.
Oh, dude, you
give a kid a gift, they're like, it doesn't matter what it is, it'd be a penny. And they're like, oh.
I've given him a fuck ton of gifts.
know,
You
right?
give him one, he's like, "Night, Dallas." Piss off, Dad.
He's just saying goodnight to me the whole time to you like this. Good night, Dallas. What, man? Like, come on, man.
Dude,
That was so funny, though, because he was just like, night, Dallas. And then just like turned to walk inside. And you were like, hey.
What are you going to do, son? Start calling Dallas Dad?
So funny because we were all kind of standing in a circle.
I'm really not upset about that. That was cool.
Yeah.
I get it.
No,
you know?
it was cute.
It's like
it was cute. They're cute kids.
He doesn't see you all the time. You know,
Yeah.
it's exciting. Dad, whatever.
It was just kind of funny joke, you know.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
Amos's though, we were going to kind of talk a little more about Amos's South End.
Yeah, Anus' South End.
Amos South End.
Yeah, so it was so cool.
Can I say what an amazing club? I fall in love with that place the more we play.
Dude, there's something about
I just love it.
there's
It's like
something
home.
about the ability
home,
to
dude.
play in that room without your ears in and monitors.
Yeah.
Like you can hear.
Because we didn't have wedges.
Yeah.
I didn't use ears at all. And there was definitely some times where maybe I couldn't hear every exact note perfectly. Mm-hmm. Didn't care. It felt better.
I feel because I grew up with in ears.
Yeah.
Like I always feel at home with one in, even if it's just me in it.
Yeah, just like your ear or your
Like
voice,
one in, and I know it's not good to do that because you can really fuck up your hearing.
I just love being in the room. It just
Yeah.
feels good. And I understand ears. I understand the argument. And the reason you'll hear me go back and forth, or I think the difference is like I'll never complain that like, oh, I couldn't hear. Like you won't really hear me ever say that. Even if I couldn't. It's like, well, I mean, you should still know what you're playing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so hearing helps a lot, but you know, I've played probably most gigs where I couldn't hear perfectly. And even our gigs.
I've played most gigs where I could hear perfectly because I always had ears, you know?
Even with our gigs where we have complete control and we run ears and everything, I usually don't use them. I'll pull them up. I keep them on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I pull them up to sing the couple songs that I have to start with a click track, which over the more shows we played, those become fewer and fewer. I think there's one or two.
Yeah, true.
So, like Drops of Jupiter's one because I have to sing with the piano and it's just the track. So I have to know kind of where I am. And I can never hear the piano, like the rhythms in the room while I'm singing. I just can't hear it. I have to have the click in my ear. And the other one is probably Mr. Brightside if we do that with a track, which the past couple times we've not.
Yeah, and it feels good without a track.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
But we do miss those big synths.
Yeah.
They're really fun because that's pretty much the only thing in there. Nobody cares. Everybody loves that song, man. And I actually like that song the more we play it because I was thinking the other day, I don't have real opinions on any of the songs we play. Dislikes or likes.
Yeah.
Don't really care. It's zero neutral for me, except for Paradise City, which is my all-time favorite song of all time and will always be one of my favorite songs to play live, except for that one and our own stuff, of course. All the cover stuff, no opinions, negative or positive. My only I feel more like I'm a vessel that the song is coming through to be delivered to the audience, and if they like it, that's a net positive for me.
Yeah.
And if they're not really into it, then that's a net negative for me. Other than that, could give a fuck. I'm just as happy playing. We played Backstreet Boys before, Bruno Mars, Prince, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Skid Row. We've played all of it, and I don't give a fuck. It's all nice.
Did you see how many people were up and dancing for Fooled Around and Fell in Love? It's Stooges.
No. How was it a lot?
A lot, dude.
They were dancing that whole set though.
Yeah, no,
So if
but
you guys
no,
come-
but,
if you
but
guys-
more so than like, yeah, you know, because
Dude,
remember we were talking.
We gotta work out.
We were
getting me
talking
some
about
help on that song because there's supposed to be a bunch of backing vocals for that chorus, and I'm singing the entire thing alone, and I'm like, die. That's a hard song. Because usually it's the band goes, fooled around and fell in love, and then he answers, "Is I met you, baby?" All that stuff, you know? And I'm just like, because that's like right at a spot in the set where I'm like, oh, I could really use a break. And then I flip to that one. I'm like, oh, shit. Because that song's pretty high.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I was going to say, for those of you watching that are maybe confused by what we're saying, when we do our variety set, it's a long night and a lot of singing. So what we've done over the years is I sing more and more and more and more to help give Goliath a break. We're at the point now where Goliath does the first set, I do the full second set, and then Goliath does the third set. And so far, that's gone swimmingly. It's been really great to give. He enjoys having a break and
swimmingly.
chilling because singing those three sets, man, I don't like doing that to any singer. I certainly can't do it. So even my one set, my voice is pretty worn out by the end. But I do sing pretty hard. You saw it, Amos's.
Oh yeah.
I was back here on the mic singing, and you were still like, Jesus. You remember?
Oh, dude, yeah.
That
yeah.
Was that Paradise? Or Knockin'? It was Knockin'. I think it was
Knocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
think it was Paradise.
so basically, like, I'm able to like get up on the mic and then control how loud I can be in my ear. You have no idea how it is in
true.
my
Yeah,
ear.
yeah,
So
true,
when you come over and that's the only mic I have in my ear besides
Yeah.
Goliath.
Right.
So when you come over and sing it, and you have no idea.
Well, I did the first one, and I saw you look at me like, ouch. And so I backed off a lot.
Yeah.
But I kept singing the same volume. I just backed off. and
Yeah.
apparently didn't help too much.
No, not at all.
I was like a good
Yeah.
foot from the mic, dude. Like,
Yeah, maybe about 6 inches or so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
No, that hurt.
Yeah. You sing loud too, though.
Yeah, but when I have it so loud,
But you like
I can
blends.
actually get
Yeah.
into the mic and actually have really good control.
Right.
And sing really nicely as opposed to just being just loud.
Loud, yeah.
Which I can do very well, but
It's called blending.
yeah.
For those of you listening. It's what you learn in choir, which I was never a part of, clearly.
I was.
I have a decent voice for blending and harmonies and stuff. Goliath and I's voice tends to work pretty well together. I've heard a lot of people say that.
Ours works great together on.
Yeah. I actually think everyone in the band, all 5 of us, luckily enough, our voices all blend really nicely.
Yeah.
Most of the harmonies fall to me, and then you're next in line for sure. Like, it just depends on like who's
And then
who's having
guns.
to do what.
And then guns.
And
I'm
then
singing
guns is
like
all you. I don't do
almost
anything.
all
in
of it.
guns.
Yeah, all the
'Cause-
harmonies.
And the reason I do that is because Slash doesn't really sing.
Yeah.
So that's I guess kind of a deliberate choice. Also, most of the time, he's doing a lot, and it's kind of difficult to sing.
Yeah, yeah, it would be.
Or to be fair, in 80 to 90% of guns, there's just no harmonies. It's just one voice.
True. Or
So-
Axel doubled.
Yeah, like
an
Paradise.
octave.
Well, anything on the record is going to be
Yeah.
Axel, and then sometimes you'll hear Izzy, and then a lot of times you'll hear Duff. So, but it's if you're hearing big old stacks like Paradise City at the beginning, that's all Axel. Like, he just layers, and yeah, it works out, man. What a. I often think about like what it's like to be in that guy's head, because just his lyrics, man. His lyrics are just like, how did you come up with that? That is so perfect. And there's a lot of people like that. Pat from Train, same way. Yeah, I love just studying lyrics. And on that note, The Long Road just came out, the video.
Yes,
The
it
lyric video
did.
for the song. So that's
And I think
officially
that'll be
available to the
been
public.
what, 2 weeks when this comes out.
Yeah, it would have come out last week when you're hearing this. If you're hearing it the week it came out. And man, a lot of really good feedback. A lot of people complimenting the songwriting, complimenting the harmonies, but talking about me and Goliath's voice. That's me singing the harmonies to Goliath on that. And I just had to match him because he just does his thing. And I was just trying to be like, what can I do to like blend with him, you know? And we broke this down a little bit on the VIP section 1 or 2 episodes back. I think it was episode 28, right?
27 or 8. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
We played the full Long Road for the Vipers. And actually, speaking of that, it's almost time for Vipers. But you can head on over to lamaybe.com/VIP if you're still with us today and get access to all that stuff for like $7 a month. We're often throwing out fun little, I don't know, benefits and perks and cool things. So.
Now, do they also get access to all the backlog of
Yeah, of
all
course.
of the full
You get
length?
access to everything.
Yeah,
so you can go back and listen to. We played Oh Sugar last week with Fred, and on the Viper section. We also go a little bit crazier, I would say, on the Viper section. We're a little more loose with the tongue.
Yeah, today maybe slight exception. Today's been kind of fun.
Pretty loose
and
with
wild.
the tongue
Yeah.
in general. I don't even really drink, so you don't really drink so much either.
No. More
We're
so
just
than I
this
have.
nuts.
But
Sober.
yeah, I'm just drinking sparkling water tonight.
Yeah. I'm thinking about how I've been told I talk too fast. I talk like I'm on coke.
Dude, that's my wife talks so fast. She'll like say something. And I'm like,
You tell me a and your wife are really common in a lot of ways, actually.
oh yeah,
Which
it's
I haven't
insane.
spent enough time with her
Yeah,
to
y'all
know, but-
y'all would be like the worst. Like, you know how they say
Yeah, the
opposites?
opposite, yeah.
Like, y'all would be like the north and north magnet. Just like
just can't
just-
make them touch
yeah,
no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Y'all could be good friends, you know,
Yeah.
but like, whoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good for you then.
Right. Well, I think
I just haven't
it's
spent
the
that much
reason
time
why
with
you and I
unfortunately.
are so like, we work together so well. It's like,
Yeah.
like I'm not so opposite of you, but I'm very different.
Yeah.
And for some reason,
And in a lot of
stuff
ways,
comes
just
together.
worse.
yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, I'm worse at being worse at guitar than you.
We made some funny jokes about that at the shows, I feel like. What did we... I feel like we said something funny. I can't remember. I can't remember. I feel like maybe it was just in the van or something. We're just always busting balls, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Always.
Yeah.
Constantly.
That keeps it fun. Also, I'm always down for a funny joke, even if it's at my expense. Like, Foz will crack jokes at me all the time, and I just, like, you have to laugh.
And then you
it's
crack.
just funny, man.
And then you crack jokes.
Yeah, you got to crack them back. It's just that's how it works. If you crack a joke and the person doesn't take it as a joke, that's when the whole mood's like, oh man, like
Yeah.
I was joking. Like I don't mean this.
It's having to
you
run.
gotta laugh and then return the serve back across the net. You know.
I know I've been a lot
And then you
more
all laugh,
quiet.
it's fine.
I've been a lot more quiet lately because having to run sound and do like all the extra stuff.
Yeah, it takes a toll for sure.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm so thankful you're in the band because it used to be me. And one, I'm not nearly as good at doing it as you. And two, it's the stress of live sound that I just hate.
Yeah,
That's
the
why
stress of live sound and then having to play on top of it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like, I'm managing, and I'm doing just fine. But again,
Yeah.
like I'm not able to be in that like free a headspace as everyone else.
But you're doing fine. I never hear any issues from over there on your side of the stage.
I'm good.
We're as far apart as I can get, though.
Yeah.
Driz.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll wander over and
Yep. I never know you're there. It just like scares me because my hair is always in my face. And
Yeah, right.
I just like out of the corner of my eye see like, oh shit, there's someone standing there. At Amos's, though, I will say our actually had someone text me. One of my friends showed up. He's in a band. One of my former students actually texted me and he was like, hey man, your guys like stage presence is so awesome. I was wondering like, cause we struggle with that talking about his own band. I wondered like how much of that is choreographed and like how much you guys actually like plan it out ahead of time. And I had to think about it and I was like, really, we've definitely talked about it.
There's only one moment.
I don't even know if are you talking about the solo?
The solo.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's barely a moment.
Barely.
That's kind of just like one little thing we decided. Face each other and then at this point turn. And that's it. And so I had to reply to him. I was like, man, we've definitely had like many a meeting discussing how to have better stage presence, but we've never once said, I'll go here at this point and I'll hit this mark and then you do this and all that, I was watching a video of Kiss playing and they all kind of converge in the center of the stage and then they all move into this like, that thing, but it wasn't just back and forth. They were going like back, up, jiggle, jiggle, down, back. Like they were doing this whole little like routine, all three of them across the front. And it, I'll tell you what I really think about it in a minute in the Viper section, but it was cool. And it was cool to see like the orchestration on a scale that big, because there's fire and they're wearing heels this big and all sorts of crazy stuff. But, yeah, to answer that guy's question, like I was just like, we really don't choreograph anything. We just go kind of nuts. And what that means is that sometimes we just straight up run into each other. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
But I said all that to say that at Amos's, we really didn't. I felt really like we were all in the zone. We were all moving in different areas.
I did hit the line array with my guitar, dude.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's right above you.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
From my side, it's too far away. I can't really get to it unless I'm way out there and there's a bunch of shit in the way, so you can't really get there. But like there was moments where like Goliath and I would pass just perfectly. I did a spin move around him one time.
Yeah.
And like you were over there and I was over there and like we were all just kind of moving and it all just
Up on the
felt
drum
right.
riser.
Yeah, I didn't get up there. I thought I would die, but
I was up
you had
there
a little
many
bit more
times.
space. Yeah, it looked great. Every time I saw you up there, I was like, that's badass. And yeah, it was cool, man.
That was a high drum riser. It
was really high.
I was like, fuck yeah, I'm getting up there.
Yeah, I had like this much square footage on my side, so like I was like, maybe not.
But
could have got up on your side though, I guess.
we had so much room for activities on that
so
stage,
much room, dude, because we don't have the amps, we don't have the wedges.
Yeah.
The stage was huge. It felt like
it was massive.
Because last time we played there,
I know like our sound guy was like, fucking love this, because he literally walked in and was like, what do you need? And we're like, well, we got everything. Just
Nothing.
all he did was patch our end in.
Yep.
We did like all the mics and everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Yeah, super easy for sound guys.
He was just sitting in front of the house like, this is awesome, man.
Should we move to the VIP section?
We should probably definitely move to the VIP section. I want to hear what you have to say about certain things.
43 minutes. That's probably.
Hey, so what should we tease? Let's what should we listen to any of the other mixes off of the deluxe album?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to hear?
Let's see. We've done Oh Sugar and we've done.
You know what we should do here?
The Long Road.
I know what to tease. We're gonna listen to When I'm Gone. I'll tell you why. Someone had. I'm looking at it here, making sure I have it. Perfect. Someone, Graham McAllister, shout out Graham McAllister, awesome guy from, I believe he's in Scotland. He wanted to do a review of the deluxe edition, so I sent him the deluxe edition early, and he sent me the first draft of his review, and it was really nice. And he said that in his review, I forget his exact words, but he said that, he went into each acoustic version, and then when he got to When I'm Gone, he said, When I'm Gone takes the cake. He said it was like just worth the price of admission alone to hear this version of When I'm Gone. And he went through specifically to talk about the things that he liked which just so happened to perfectly line up with the things that I had in my head when I was thinking we got to do an acoustic version of this song. He was talking about the gospel choir being louder. He was talking about things like that, and I was just like, "That's the whole reason we did it." Like, that's amazing. He really like translated, and that's good to know. He also said a lot of good things about Long Road, etc. But so we're gonna play "When I'm Gone" for the Vipers right now, and it's I think it's really solid. It's a really fun version. There's one part when I was comping vocals that an involuntary tear came down my eye. So shout out Goliath for singing so damn good. Yeah,
no, that's a true story. Again, if you want to see and listen and get to be a part of all this exclusive stuff, please head over to lamaybe.com/VIP. $7 a month or 70 some odd dollars a year. $75 a year.
A little bit
right.
discount there.
Yeah, little discount. So again, thanks for joining us, free members. It's been real. It's been a real podcast.
Been real. It's been fun. But it ain't been real fun. It has been really fun. We'll see you guys later next week. Have a great one. Until next time, we do have a big announcement. Maybe it came out at this point. Maybe we'll wait for next week. But until then, we can't say anything. So we will see you guys later.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching the latest episode of your new favorite band. This is the end of the free content.
But if you want to unlock the full uncut versions of every episode, head over to lamaybe.com/VIP and sign up for our membership. For $7 a month, you'll get extended episodes of our podcast, a bonus episode every month, plus exclusive merch. You'll also be supporting us and helping us continue to stay on the road and make new music. And for that, we're eternally grateful, so thank you.